Do you want your manufacturing business on the first page of Google? Want to show up when people are searching for the products that you manufacture? In that case, you have come to the right place. In this video, we will see a complete SEO strategy for a manufacturing business. Then, we will look at the implementation timeline, which includes the initial setup as well as the ongoing continuous improvements. Towards the end, I will share what your realistic expectations should look like, because most business owners tend to consider SEO as some sort of a magic bullet. If you run a manufacturing business, then SEO is important for you because it builds audience trust in your business. If you search for a product online and a company shows up on the first place, you are more likely to contact them. You get in front of a warm audience. If a person is taking the time to look for a vendor online, they probably have some serious buying intent. So, it's much easier to convert them. Low competition. Even today, most factory owners do not really care about their digital presence. And that's why industrial companies have much lower SEO competition right now when compared to other businesses. Let's look at a complete SEO roadmap for a manufacturing business. Any SEO strategy is built on these three pillars: on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO. You want to target each component to see improvements in your search presence. We will now go deeper into each dimension and come up with actionable insights applicable to the manufacturing industry. Let's start with on-page SEO. On-page SEO is all about the content on your website. It is a process of finding the best keywords for your business and implementing them on your website in the best way possible. The process starts with keyword research. This is where you make a list of the keywords that your target customer is searching for. Let's see how you can find the right keywords for your industrial company. I'll be using an SEO research tool called Ahrefs, but you can try this method in other alternatives as well. Some examples are SEMrush and Ubersuggest. So there are two ways to find your ideal keywords. The first method is simply spying on your competitors to see what keywords they are currently ranking for. For example, consider this packaging machine manufacturer. Now, let's analyze their keywords. We will go to Site Explorer, enter their website, and then go to Organic Keywords. These are all the search keywords for which Google is showing them on the first page. Repeat the same process with a few more competitors and make a list of final keywords that are most relevant to your offerings. We'll now move on to the second method for finding even more relevant keywords. Go to Keywords Explorer and type in your main keyword. For example, packaging machine manufacturer. Now go to matching terms and make sure you have selected your target country. These are all the relevant keywords with their monthly search volume. Also check out related terms and search suggestions, as you might find some super relevant keywords there. We will ignore the keyword difficulty metric at this stage because these are the must-have keywords for your website. Also look out for location-based keywords, because sometimes you can rank for these by making simple landing pages. Here's an example. Now make a list of all the keywords from method 1 and method 2, and you have the primary batch of keywords ready. Usually, industrial keywords will have very low search volume because the products or the parts that you manufacture will be very unique. But even if a keyword has 10 searches per month, it's worth targeting because the average lifetime value of a customer can be very high. Otherwise, you're leaving money on the table. Here's how an industrial company's website should be structured. You have the home page, which contains information about your company and primary keywords, along with the simple contact form. Under that, you have pages dedicated to each product containing the relevant keywords and information in a user-friendly layout. Make sure you include the keywords in the important on-page elements like meta tags, headings and subheadings, URL slug, image alternative text, etc. Once this is done, the secondary keyword research is where it gets a lot more creative. These keywords will give you ideas for blogs and landing pages that can bring in additional leads. One such example is listicles. These are the best lead generating blogs that you can create for your industrial business. Check out this page from the previous website. It lists the top 10 packaging machine manufacturers worldwide. Blogs like these rank very high on search results because the audience simply loves them. They get a complete list of options on the same page. But what's really in it for you? Well, you get a chance to keep yourself on the number one position, and majority of the people will naturally contact the number one, assuming it to be the best. Blogs also help you build topical authority so that search engines like Google know exactly what your website is all about. A quick tip here: be mindful of the search intent when you are picking keywords to target. You have to match your content to the searcher's intent, or else Google will never show you for that keyword. For example, if you search for candy packaging, you will see that Google shows only images for such queries. And creating a blog post around this won't get you any traffic. That's because their algorithm knows this type of query is best satisfied with images. This brings us to off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is the process of improving your website's reputation online. Search engines like Google seriously consider this factor when deciding whom to rank higher in the search results. Think about it. There could be hundreds or even thousands of companies manufacturing the same products as you, and their website content might also be similar to yours. So how does Google decide whom to rank on the top? That's where backlinks come into play. A backlink is when another website links to your website. It could be from a blog page, a directory page, or even via an image. All links contribute to your website authority, unless they are marked with a nofollow tag, which specifically tells Google to ignore that link. Also, not all links have equal value. For example, a link from an established website within your industry will always hold more value than a link from a random news blog. And you should always aim for quality over quantity here. Check out this podcast page, which links to the packaging machine website we saw earlier. This is a great backlink because this page gets a ton of organic traffic, and the anchor text is also rich with keywords. So how can you generate these backlinks for your manufacturing website? Here are 4 practical ways. You can reach out to blogs and other websites in your industry and ask them for a link insertion or a guest blog post. Most of the publications will be happy to do so for a fixed fee. Get on industry-related forums and discussions where you get a chance to link to your website. You'll have to do this very carefully though, so that you don't get banned for spamming. Third is one of the best ways to build your initial few links. Ask your suppliers as well as your clients to list you on their websites. If you write a sweet review for them, they'll probably agree to post it on their website, giving you a highly relevant backlink. For every industry, there are a lot of directories and aggregator portals where you can list your business along with your website URL. A lot of these might be marked nofollow to avoid SEO spam, but they are still worth it if the website gets a decent amount of traffic. Since everyone is competing for the top rankings in Google, the more competition you have, the more quality backlinks you will need. A quick note here: Google does not want you to manipulate their search results in your favor. So, your link acquisition profile should always look natural and have a mix of different types of links. This brings us to technical SEO. Technical SEO is the process of optimizing your website for the visitors as well as search engines, because even if you have the perfect content on your website, you can still fall behind if the user experience sucks. For example, a lot of old industrial websites are not mobile friendly, so people visiting them on a website are likely to bounce off due to poor user experience, and Google can quickly see through that. That was just one of the technical SEO factors, and there's a lot more to be done. Here's a list of the most important technical factors for an industrial website. The first is mobile responsiveness. Since the majority of people today search using their mobile phones, this becomes very important. Indexability issues. You should make sure that all your pages are crawlable and indexable by search engines. Broken pages. Ideally, there should be no broken or 404 pages on your website. Duplicate content. This is when you have more than one page with the exact same content. Try to avoid that. Website performance issues. Your website pages should load quickly and be free of any glitches. Adding too many pop-ups or contact forms can also ruin the user experience. Now here's some good news for you. Manufacturing websites are usually small and static in nature. Hence, you are less likely to come across technical blunders, unlike e-commerce website with thousands of product and category pages. So you now have a fair idea of all the work to be done. But is there an optimum way to proceed? Yes. If you are watching this video, you probably fall into one of these three categories. Either you are yet to build your website, or you have recently launched your brand new website, or you might have an old website with little to no SEO work done. For all three categories, your journey remains the same. It can be broken down into two phases: the initial setup and the ongoing improvements. Let's talk about the initial setup phase. The very first step is setting up your homepage and the product pages. Your visitors should also have a clearly visible method to contact you. This includes your phone number, a contact form, and an email address. Then you should set up a Google business profile with accurate details about your business. This will not only improve your website's SEO, but also get you direct leads in the door. Next, we should set up Google Search Console and Google Analytics to monitor our SEO progress over time. These are free apps by Google, and they provide valuable insights about your traffic and search performance. And the last step is to create some foundational backlinks to get Google's attention. Promote your website on the social media. Get into some relevant business directories, and maybe even consider throwing a digital press release. This initial setup can take anywhere from a week to a couple of months, depending on your website requirements and the complexity of your products. The rest of your SEO journey is just continuous improvements in all the three dimensions. For on-page SEO, that means more keywords and content to capture your target audience. It also means improving the conversion rate. For off-page SEO, it means acquiring more backlinks from reputed publications and websites. And when it comes to technical SEO, you should be conducting regular audits to rule out any technical errors, and also try to improve on metrics like website speed, load time, crawl depth, etc. This brings us to the last section of this video. And it's also the most overlooked aspect of SEO, which is setting the right expectations. There's a lot of noise and misinformation about SEO in the marketing world, and that's why most business owners think of SEO as some sort of a magic bullet. But you need to know that the results of SEO greatly vary from business to business. These are the three major factors that you should keep in mind. The first is time period. SEO is one of the slowest digital marketing channels out there because it takes anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months to see any tangible results. So do not compare it with performance marketing, where you simply throw money and get instant traction. The second is search volume. SEO can help you target the existing search queries by people, but it can't help you create more demand and searches for your existing keywords. Being in a B2B industry, you'll probably see fewer searches and traffic as compared to a business in the B2C industry. Competition is also a major factor that determines how well and how fast you succeed at SEO. That's because everyone is competing for the top spots in search results. If your competitors have been investing in SEO for years, it will probably take a while before you start seeing some results. I hope this video points you in the right direction. If you need any more help, check out the links in the description below.